Alright, and let's do this. My name is Mr. Popo, and in this stream we're going to be taking a look on how to make FUIs, UIs, HUDs. Very beautiful things. Wow. It's going to be wow. Yeah, well, apparently. So what are we going to be doing? We're just going to chill. We're going to do some setups. Right now this is my screen because I use double screens, so let's just stick this a little bit more. I'll probably just bring the timeline here again so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I think I'll bring the project file. No, I'll just keep the project file here. Yeah, I'll just keep the project file here. Actually, I'd rather have this one here. And we'll just close the project file a little bit here. When it comes to this, I'm just going to use assets. Okay. It's going to be assets, and it's just going to be here. Scenes. Not sure if I'm going to animate. I'm going to have time to animate because I'm supposed to go on a meeting. Hold on, let me just make sure everything is set up. Really, show me. Show you. Show you what? Okay. So let's start recording, I guess. Are we recording? Yeah, I am recording. Awesome. This is awesome. Hello. MIHJZ. GZ. How do you come up with that name? You guys are weird. I like that. Cool. Yeah, it's really hard to work on one screen. Okay, so on the other screen, I just want you guys to know this is what I have on the other screen. I have my effects palette, I have my character, my paragraph, my alignments. These are mostly what I like to use. When I work alone, I like to take this screen and put it there because I want to have so much place for my layers, for my timeline, for things like that. Yeah. Because I just like to not really worry about how much space I need to go down when I go to my timeline. But right here, if I go over like 11 layers or 13, I'll have to start going down. Not very beautiful if you ask me. For a name on Twitch, Miguel on Discord. Oh, cool, Miguel. Alright, cool. I'm surprised you're here online because I was expecting no one to come since it's 1 PM in Asia and I think it's gonna be, I don't know, 2 AM in Europe at least. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's set up some things of how I see this. Wait, what? What the hell is this? Okay, cool. Alright, we're back. I'm just gonna 11 PM here in Canada. Wait, what? Awesome. There's this girl I dated long ago. She was from Montreal. She was pretty cute. She was pretty hot. The only problem was distance, so I don't like to do distance relationships, and I just had to cut it. Feels bad for her. Okay, but she was hot. She was really hot. Like one of the hottest girls I would say I've met during all the Tindering I've been around. But yeah, sucks. So what are we gonna do now? Obviously it's gonna be a HUD thing, but you know what? We're gonna start easy because I don't wanna go too much on a warm up, you know. So we're gonna do a HUD where we could use it for title, we could use it for a scan, we could use it for a search. That's what I mean by scan. Okay, so how's it gonna be? Um, I like my HUDs to have three colors mostly. This is gonna be like a glitch HUD, anything you want. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a style that I like to do, and you guys are gonna see about that. So we have three colors. I love red, and of course red is for titles, for things that you need to really pay attention to, for headers and stuff like that, urgent things that you really need to look at. On the other side, we have white. White is for just normal data that we don't really want the user to pay attention to. It's just a filler, detail thing. And then, of course, we have blue. And this is where we might change according to what kind of mood I want to go for in this HUD. So, red, white, blue. Mostly when I change, what I mean by change, I like to go to orange. Not too much of a green. It's like a bluish green, so it's still in the blue. Yellow, I try to avoid it. I stick with orange. It feels good. So yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, so what kind of data are we going to talk about? Let's start with, let's just say we want to create a map. All right, let's do that, guys. Yay, let's do that, Popo. Okay, cool. All right. Since you guys really want to do that, I'm gonna do it. Alright, so it's gonna be a map. Alright, for today, it's gonna be a map. Because I don't have that much time. Like, the girlfriend is supposed to come and pick me up. I need to start buying some furniture. IKEA shit. So, I'm just gonna do it as fast as possible. And hope I can share as much information as I can. Okay, I'm wasting time here. Let's go. So, it's gonna be a map. Alright, so today, it's gonna be a map. A map. So, alright, let's start brainstorming now. This is how you go with the HUD. A little bit of brainstorming. A map. So we have points of importance, like those little dots on the map. It's like, oh, something is happening here. We have cube detectors, like these are for scanning. We have titles for actions happening, and this could be tied into points of importance when we put those dots. We will have grids to scan the city, because that's how computers work, is that they take a whole image, they cut it into grids, into pieces, so that they scan each piece. It's kind of the same thing, like, hold on, let me show you guys an example. I don't know. It's like when you have that cube while your computer is trying to... I don't know how to open. And I don't feel like opening Octane now, so... Yeah, it's like when you have this screen and then you have these little... Like you have some squares that keeps going around to try to calculate your image. I mean, that's the kind of the same concept when a computer is trying to scan for someone's face. Ah, there we go. It's like this. You see? It's like it takes a whole picture, cutting into some grids. Here it's a like 3-line grids, and then it just keeps on, you know, trying to search and calculate this thing. It's like done, calculates. So it divides the process, and that's what a processor is. The more you know. I'm in city center. Awesome. You gonna come here? I mean, we can have lunch. As well. I also need to buy a PlayStation. I really need to have a console in my house. Like, too much porn is just not cool. Like, I feel like my dick is gonna die soon. Awesome, she's coming. Cool. Alright, Okay, cool. We're ready, guys. We're ready. Let's go. So, alright, again, this is my other screen. So when I'm gonna go to the other screen, it's just to type the effect. I'm just gonna drop it there. For the font, very good that I thought about it now. So for the font, I'm gonna probably... Let me check my Dropbox. Softwares, textures. No, I need to go to my Dropbox. Alright, searching on my Dropbox. Ah, the sound of Coca-Cola. Let's go. Waiting for Dropbox API. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, Dropbox. What the fuck? Notification. Oh, someone logged in from your Dropbox. Monka ass. Okay. Files. Temporary files, maybe? Can I see? Blender, there we go. So I'm gonna be using Blender for font. It's probably Blender. Yeah, I'm gonna be using Blender. Yeah, definitely. This is just gonna be a Blender day. Let's go. I don't want to spend too much time on this. There must be... What? That's a zip file. What the fuck? Can you just open it with WinRAR? Oh, come on, don't tell me there's no such thing as WinRAR in the computer. Also for real. There's 7-zip though. Eh. Is it this one? Igor Pavlov. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. So we will just have to install everything, I guess. So as you can see, it's more of a data-driven font, which is pretty perfect. Okay. I don't think I'll be using italic though. Okay. We need a heavy, that's for sure. We need medium. I think we're pretty okay so far, but I just want to check. Thin. Okay, let's just keep it thin. I mean, we're not going to use italic, so I'm not going to install and waste time now. What else do we have? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, cool, perfect. Just gonna close my Dropbox. What are we gonna do next? We've got a Dropbox font. We need a map. Points of importance, cube detector, titles for actions. Let's start with that, I guess. Yeah, let's just start with that. Yeah, let's just start with that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to look for an image of a map. So I'm just gonna go and say map. City. Stop. Okay, something like this. I think this is doing a lot of work for me actually, and it's pretty big. The only thing that I don't like is this part. I'm just gonna go here, size. I'm gonna go for a large one. So I'm just gonna keep looking. I mean, this is pretty cool, right? The only thing is that it takes the design away. It just takes the design away. Let's do it even better. City GoPro. Because I feel like everything here is designed. Aerial, not GoPro. Aerial. Yeah, that one. Oh, there we go. This is pretty cool, but that's it. I'm gonna sip on my Coke. Feels good, man. New York City aerial view of the downtown. Okay. Oh my god, we were attacked. Okay, cool. Drop the bomb. How much did he attack us? He attacked us for 100% using only what? Can I replay? Where did he start? So he dropped it there. Okay, oh come on. Ayo. Okay, let's find another picture then. It's taking too much time. It's not too bad. Plus the gold belly. Yeah, I could actually take this, to be honest. I literally could take that. This is pretty cool too. Yeah, I could actually take this. Yeah, let's just close this one. What else do we have? Yeah, I'll take this. We're just gonna go to desktop, just gonna go to Twitch. And we're gonna go to HUD map. Okay. Input. Just gonna put it there. Just gonna come here. I'm just gonna take this. I'll take the picture in. Okay. The only thing that I'm gonna do. Oh fuck. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just gonna put that thing there. Alright. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the composition setting. Control K. I'm just gonna bring this one here. I'm gonna call on scene. Definitely I'm not going to be using this. We could just go to a full HD thing. I mean, this is just a picture, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can't see this. It's because there we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to zoom this one a little bit more. Okay, cool. One thing that I like to do when I start doing these things, I'll just pre-compose this so that I don't really change it that much. And I'm going to say image scanned. Okay. Now all I have to do, I'm gonna go and bring in a little bit of a tint because I don't want the color to actually disturb my view. Awesome. One thing that I could do as well is just darken this a little bit, and I could just go to another, a little bit closer to the kind of HUD that I'm gonna be doing later on, but it doesn't really matter that much. For now, I just want a picture like that, just to take off all the unnecessary information. I just want to make sure that this is 190 by 1920 by 1080, and that we have that there. Awesome. I'm gonna start going into my assets. I'm just gonna go to my scene. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna make another precom, and I'm gonna call this precoms. I'm just gonna put the image scanned in that precom. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna open this. Awesome. One thing that I like to do, I would like to go to my scene and change this into purple, something that we don't really see all the time. So I just want to know that, hey, I'm actually working on a scene here. Now, the first thing I also like to do is to bring this into, what do we call that? Into a gridded thing. So there are many ways you can do a grid. You can do Illustrator, you can do the Photoshop, you can do it in shape layers one by one. Good luck with that. I also think that it's pretty stupid, but hey, if you like it, do it. But I don't advise it. So the one way I like to do scenes is create a new layer. Here it's just a shape layer. I mean, it's just how I like to do my solids. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna probably change the color to black, which makes sense. Once you go black, you never go back. I'm gonna go into Red Giant trap code, and I'm gonna bring in my form. Now, this drop code form, it gives you a grid. It's not really pretty at first, but I'm an old school. I don't like to go into this one, but if you love it, please go ahead. Like the designer tab, it's not really my thing. Pretty old school. So we have three. Let me just show you here. So let me just make a camera. I just want to show you. So we have three grids, as you can see, and that is the particles in Z. So we have it duplicated 3 times. So I'm just going to go and say I just want 1 time. And now that you understood that, now what I'm going to do is the particles in X, particle in Y, and Z, which is 1 1. Okay, cool. So this one we're done. Now I'm just going to go and make this I'm just going to make this really big. Cool. Just to cover the screen. So it's like 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080. So now we cover the whole screen with grids. It's pretty cool. And now we get to choose how many dots we want to have per grid. So I'm just going to go into maybe 50 first. And now I'm just going to put this here so I can see better. I'm just going to go here to 1920 because I want to have a perfect grid. So yeah, this is one grid we can do. Now the reason I like to use form and not do a shape layer or Illustrator is because if I go here into particle, I actually can change the size randomness. You feel me, bruh? And now I also can change the opacity random, and that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here. I'm just gonna do a screen. Now the particles are a little bit too small, so I'm just gonna increase slightly the size of it. Awesome. Give me a second. Probably need to start eating some chocolate later on. Hold on, who's playing? Okay, cool. We're safe. We're safe, guys. We're safe. Now that we have this, nothing happens. But later on, the reason why I said I like to use this one, it's because if I go to fractal field, and if you can see the evolution, and let me just solo this. Excuse me. Wait, what? Oh! So now, it's gonna be properly animated without me having to do anything. By just adding, I can just put one, and it's already gonna change things, but it's not too much. So as you can see, it's gonna be animated, and I'm just gonna be fine. Alright? Cool. Same thing, it comes with the size. I could just add this, and what's gonna happen is that the size is gonna be changing, as you can see it there, but I don't really do that much. Another way is I can create a displacement when it comes to all this. Alright. So this is one of the reasons why I like to use form when I want to create a grid. So that is done. It's pretty cool. Okay. The one thing that I like to do as well is I'm gonna call this grid level 1, because we'll have to add more details, and the more we go, the more we have to add more and more details. And the second thing that I like to do is I'm gonna I'm gonna make a new solid. I'm gonna create another form. I think I'll just take this, just put it here. Okay, it's exactly the same. Awesome, perfect. Now what I'm gonna do here, I don't want this. I'm gonna show you what I want to do here, and I'm just gonna close this. Now I'm just gonna go to my layer maps. I'm gonna go to my size map. I'm gonna bring in this map. I'm gonna say map over X and Y. Now you might not really see what's going on here, because that's the whole point. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go to my base form and increase the amount of particles that we have. Now you can see that we actually start having this glitch data kind of thing, like data thingy going on there. Okay? And that's what I mean about that. Now, the problem about this is it's not really fitting properly, because the size of X and Y is a little bit different from the size here inside the picture. So you could actually try to fit that if you feel like it. I'm not sure if I should actually spend time on it, because since I really need to leave this, but yeah, I'm just gonna say roughly it's gonna be something like that. Okay. I'm gonna decrease slightly. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it that way. I could actually just turn this off, and it's still gonna be okay if I feel like it, you know. Or what I could do is I could go to opacity and just say 20, or slightly a little bit more, something like that. Now what I could do is I'm gonna say scan image. So what I could do here is probably I'm gonna go to particle. Okay, not too much though. Yeah, I think 3 was doing quite a good job though. The only problem that I have with this is that it's too much. So I'm just gonna decrease so that I can increase here. Sphere feather, I don't really want it to be feathered, so that's gonna be okay. Alright, so that's doing the job. Now that we have that, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try to make a grid. Making a grid is pretty simple inside of After Effects, thankfully. There is an effect called grid. But of course it's not really well lined properly. So the way to do that, I'm gonna go to height, weight, slider. I'm gonna go into 20. I'm gonna go into 20, and that's just gonna give you that. And it's pretty cool. Now it's so bright, it's hurting my eyes. So I'm just gonna go and watch porn meanwhile to just solve that problem. But no, that's not really gonna solve it that bad. So I'm just gonna go into 0.5. All right. So here's what we have. So it's too much. This is too much. So I'm just gonna go and say 50 to 50, something like that. Alright, 50 to 50. But the thing is, it's still so apparent. It's like you can see that it's really taken over this whole thing. So you could use something like that, for example, if you want. But I think the grids are a little bit too small for a first pass level. So I'm just going to go and bring this into 150 and 150 to get a grid somehow like that. Alright, so I'm just going to bring it a little bit up. Just going to bring it there slightly. Okay. That sounds a little bit okay. But dude, I mean, it's still a problem. Like, we can see it fully. And that's where fractal noise is going to come in. So I'm just going to make a new composition. I'm going to call this fractal masks. And then I'm going to make a new solid where I'm going to bring in fractal noise. Doing a fractal noise is pretty okay, so I'm just going to go into a square. Sorry. Basics of linear blocks. Okay, cool. Complexity none. Okay, something like that. Okay, gotcha bass in the music. You could just go to something like that. Okay, awesome. Now the only thing I need to do now is go back to my scene, bring this fractal mask here into the grid line. I'm just going to show you. So this is the grid line and this is the fractal mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an alpha mate, and you're going to see that nothing is happening because alpha mate takes the whole picture into consideration. But I'm going to use a luma mate, and that's luma doesn't give a fuck about your picture, and it just gives a fuck about the black and white, and it's pretty cool. All right. So now we've got that grid level going on. We could obviously use an add and maybe increase this if we wanted to, you know, but I'm just going to keep it into 0.8. I think that works pretty perfect. Keep this into screen. Nice. Now the one thing that I'm going to add as well is probably another level of grid lines. So I'm just going to and I just want to look at this. Now we have 150 by 150, and what I like to do is divide this by 2. It's going to give me 75. I knew it. We've got that down there. I'm going to duplicate fractal mask. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go into the contrast a bit. I'm going to go into transform. I'm going to transform this slightly lower. Awesome. Now I'm just going to go back into my scene. I'm going to bring in transform mask 2. I'm just going to use illuminate. So this way we've got two levels of what do we call that, of grids, and it's pretty cool. Now the one thing as well I like to do now is probably start working probably go into, I just want to see my grid level. My grid point's a little bit too hard to see, so I'm just going to go now into the scanned image. I'm just going to bring the opacity down a little bit. Now I'm just going to go into the scan image, and what I want to do, I want to try and change the color of the particle. I just want to see what's going to happen if I keep on changing. I just want to see what kind of offer does this give me. Something like that. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do as well, for sure, yeah, just bring in the grid line slightly down. Okay, perfect. Next. Let's do something. Yeah, let's go into fractal mask. Yeah, let's go into fractal mask. Duplicate this one. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna make this slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. Uniform scaling, no. I'm gonna make something like that. I'm just gonna make it slightly bigger. Something like so. I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna use that on top of this, whole thing, I would say, literally. And I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a screen. So, it's gonna be another line. It's gonna be a soft line. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna take this. I'm just gonna take it down. Literally down. What's gonna happen if I take? Hold on. What's gonna happen if I go to screen? It's gonna give me that, which is not really that cool. An overlay is gonna give me that, and a hard light is gonna give me this, which is not really cool. Soft light gives me this beautiful thing in here, which I like, but then it actually fucks up the whole thing later on. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go and bring in my tint as well, and see what can happen. Actually, what I could do, I could literally just go, I just want to try this one. I want to try a linear color key on this, and I just want to take off that. Perfect. Alright, that works actually. Now all I have to do is come here. Is that how far you can go? Really? Okay, cool. Now all I have to do is I'm gonna start probably just masking this. Okay. I'm gonna put that one there, the anchor point. And what I could do is I could actually just scale this up, and it's just still gonna be fine, I guess. And that's pretty awesome, because all I need to do now because right now all I could do is I could just duplicate this, move the mask a little bit more to something else, like this maybe. And then all I need to do now is hide the mask, change this up a bit, move this somewhere like so. Something like that. Just move it somewhere here. Sulfide sim overlay. Yeah, we could use a screen here. No. Let's use a line. Can we use a darken? Can we use a multiply? Can we use a screen? Yeah, it sounds slightly about right. Okay. The one thing that I'm gonna start doing after this is maybe I'm focusing too much on the last. I'm starting to see that I'm focusing too much on the final look. So I'm just gonna hide this. I'm gonna change the color so that I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep the same group as one color. Okay. Awesome. Now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna start and bring some city data. So yeah, let's think of something. Maybe what I need to do is I need to make a new composition first, and I'm gonna say 200 by 200, and I'm just gonna make this. I'm just gonna make this white. Actually, the color doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna make a cube. And do something like that. And maybe what I could do is I could just bring this one as well here. Perfect. I'm just gonna go and close this in here, and then I'm just gonna go after this, make another cube. So right now what we're doing iterations on some cubes, as you can see, because we want to use this for the map data. So I'm just going to use this one like so. I'll show you why I'm cutting them and putting them all in the same thing. I'll show you later why. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go move next, make another cube. So we're just doing like form variations here. I'm just going to do this as well, something like that. I'm just going to do something like so, but it doesn't feel fully engaged. Awesome. We'll do another one. We could actually use a cube like that at first as well, to be honest. I'm putting a little bit of a difference because I don't want to overlay with each other. Okay. I'm just gonna create another cube. This time what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come here in this cube. Hello? Okay, cool. And then what I'm gonna do, okay, I'm just gonna do something like so. I'm gonna move a little bit more. Okay. So we have all this. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna call this cube txt. I'm just gonna come here. I'm gonna bring the cube txt down. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna make a new solid. The color doesn't really matter, to be honest. I'm gonna bring in particular. So bring in particular, what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna close the designer because I don't really work with designer. So I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go to emitter, and definitely I do not need a velocity because I don't need my particles to explode because I'm just using this as a texture, so I don't really need it to explode. I don't need it to move away from the point of spawn. So I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a box because I wanna, you know, put things in the right way. 0. So I'm gonna say individual. I'm gonna increase just like in form. I'm just gonna increase it just slightly a bit, and then I'm gonna increase it here. X doesn't really mean a lot because this is such a 2D planar system, so it's not really that of an importance here. Like 0 or 500 doesn't really matter, to be honest. But let's just leave it. And I think we're good. Alright, so I'm just gonna close this. I'm gonna go into particle. Here's where the whole magic is gonna happen. So I'm gonna call this cube texture. So the reason why I did that composition is because I want to use it as a particle. So I'm just gonna change from sphere, which as you can see here, it's a sphere, and you see it's feathered, so I need it to be unfeathered, so it's clear. So I'm just gonna go and say I'm gonna use a sprite. A sprite is like a texture that you use, and I'm gonna go to my texture, and I'm gonna use the cube texture. Now the first thing that you're gonna see is you're not really gonna see anything much even if you zoom in, and the reason is it's so small. The more we start bringing up the size, the more we're gonna see them, and as you can see, it's pretty random. Now it's gonna keep on playing. You see, these things are gonna keep on changing, which is not really cool. So I'm just gonna go and say it's gonna be a still frame, random, but it's gonna be a still frame. So this one will never change. As you can see, it never changes. And that is the reason why we're using this. So instead of us copy pasting all this, we pretty much got that. So what I'm gonna do, I just wanna hide everything here, because I just wanna focus on how that gonna look like. So I'm just gonna go say that the size random is gonna be random, as you can see. So the size random, I think the particles are a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna go and say like a 50 per screen. Okay, per second. I'm gonna change to random seed. Yeah, this sounds a little bit okay. It's a little bit out from the focus of our eyes, and that's pretty awesome. I'm just gonna close this one now. I'm gonna go into size, it's 100%, opacity random 100%. Awesome. And I'll probably have to add life random percent, but I'm just gonna increase slightly so that we can see more of those. The one thing that I would love to do is if I could go from sprite to sprite colorize, and the reason I'm doing this is because I could say set color random from gradient. Now right now After Effects has set up a random color for me, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna create a gradient of myself. So obviously I want a white, but in the same time I want a red. Since the super red is very heavy for After Effects to render, so I'm just gonna go to slightly less red, and that should be fine. The thing is, we don't really see them, and that is because of this. Let's go back here. Now we're going to be able to see them, and that's pretty cool. So we saved a lot of time by just doing this. Okay. The one thing that I'm going to probably add, is I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to go and bring up a little bit. I'm on 32, just so you know. So I'm just going to go and probably just play slightly with something like that. Okay, so we're already starting to get some data, right? I just want to see how the grid line 2 looks here, grid line 1 looks here. The picture, okay. I'll probably have to do something to this. Give me a sec. I'm not very happy with the picture, to be honest. Yeah, something like that starts making much more sense right now. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I could probably make this slightly happier than what it is right now. Okay, cool. So we're getting stuff done. First Popo stream where we get stuff done. Hold on, I really need to eat some chocolate. If this is your first time here in the stream or in the video, make sure you hit that like button. Udiru subscribe. Put that subscribe. Share it. Don't share it. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay. Mm. Alright, we got that. It's pretty alright. Slightly thinking. Okay. Forehead. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, just probably gonna make another cube texture. And what I'm gonna do instead of this, I'm gonna add okay. Then I'm just gonna go. What you could do in this sense, I just want to throw this out there. You could go to Pinterest. Going into Pinterest, you could just say, I don't know, pattern, cube, pattern, cube. Alright, so you could just, pick something from that. You can see some other shapes of cubes that you could use. It's getting a little bit hungry, and I'm really hungry. I'm just gonna go into boards. I'm gonna go to the mathematics of shapes, for example, that I have here, and I have some different shapes, that I could use as a cube, for example, if I feel like it, and that's where Pinterest really comes in handy. You get to certain textures that you could use later on at your will. I mean, it's pretty alright. But honestly, I'm still not finding exactly what I wanted to show you guys. I'm trying to find it. Circuit? Not really circuit. Let's see if we can find something here. Like, you have different symbols here, as you can see. And that's what I'm talking about. Oh, there we go. Alright, that gives me a little bit of ideas. So what I could do, I could do this, and I could say it's gonna be something like that, and then I could just duplicate this one. I could just bring it here as well. And then what I could do, I could just make another one here that is not 6, but that is really lower than that. And then I could just duplicate this and duplicate this and put it right on top, and that's gonna work as well. So that works for me. So we got this, we got this. Oh, I like that one too. What we're gonna do, maybe, hold on, let me see. Let's just turn this off. Since we're just working with strokes mostly recently now. What the hell is that combination? So what I'm gonna do, what I could do here, I could just bring this one, bum, 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 and I can just increase this like that. Awesome. Click on the shape layer to discontinue. click on the shape layer to discontinue. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Now, what are we gonna do next? Yeah, what we could do is just make another cube. It's gonna be much more interesting, I think. It's just a cube, right? What we could do, we could just make this like so. I don't know. I'm just going wild right now. What I could do is I could go to I could go to my stroke. I don't need to fill. I could just go to my stroke and I could just say dash. It's gonna give me that dash. It's pretty awesome. But what I'm gonna do, okay, just to have a little bit of that, and then I'm just gonna duplicate this one, go into stroke, add more, then offset this a little bit to get something like that, like a clutch of data together. And I wonder where's my fucking girlfriend. It's just annoying. She's so fucking late. Oh, today is Mother's Day, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Alright, let's continue. We got that. Just gonna make another one. Okay. Now I'm just gonna go and try this now. I'm just gonna close this one here. I'm just gonna do the same thing here. Alright, let's go. Awesome. Oh yeah, because a lot of those things were taken over by... Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the cube texture. I'm just gonna go to particular. I'm gonna say instead of emitting that much particles, just emit like 25. I think it's way better because we were losing a lot of particles to that empty area. Because what After Effects was doing was trying to pick up for each frame here. He takes this, and then frame here he takes nothing. Then he takes this, he takes this, he takes this, he takes this, and then we had so many free frames that he was taking nothing. So we were just losing a lot of particles for nothing. Okay, now that it's out of the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to bring in cube texture number 2, and I'm going to just hide it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and to do exactly the same thing, but we just change this. And now we have that. Now, bear in mind that right now these are exactly in the same place as these, and that's not really cool. So what we're going to do, and what we want to do, we're going to go into emitter, and we're just going to change a bit the random seed. What's going to happen is we're going to get something like that. Now the problem here is these are not that very important kind of cubes, so I'm going to change the red. I'm just going to keep the red not that prominent in my grid when it comes to the cube. I'm just going to come here. I'm going to probably change this into slight blue. Okay, I'm just going to come here and I'm just going to add a little bit of threshold because I don't want to see these cube that prominent as they used to be. Okay, let's try screen. Let's not go that way. Okay, can we just change a little bit the size of these? Awesome. Perfect. Now that we have that out of the way, that's pretty awesome. Where can we go? Hold on. I think I want to change a little bit. Not farm. The emitter. I'm just gonna go and change. Because I feel like these ones being right there was a little bit too much. Like it was so annoying. So it wasn't really that cool. Now another thing that we can do, definitely there's so much. There's so much we can do. I mean, when it comes to grid, as always. Give me 1 second. Just trying to check on a particular message. Okay, it's all fine. Now what I'm gonna do first is, oh, finally. Okay, I'm going to take a shower. You're just about to take a shower. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Oh my god, girls. Fuck's sake. Alright. Never mind my renting moment. Ranting. It's not rent. It's a ranting. Okay, never mind. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make... Hold on, let's just publish here. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna see this. Not that one actually. I just wanna see a proportional grid. Can I see the grid? Yay, thank you. So I'm just gonna put a line here. Awesome. And I just want to have a line here as well, somewhere around here. Or can I just duplicate you? Thank you, you're so kind. Oh my god, like really, I love you. Yeah, me too. We should get married. Okay. I'm just gonna go into screen. Same shit. Okay. I'm just gonna hide that one for a sec. I'm just gonna try to put this. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna put this slightly up, and it should fix it. Okay. It's 100%. Yeah. If you do a normal, it's gonna be like that. Okay. Awesome. Now I'm just gonna go here and do like a 0.5. Okay. 0.3. Awesome. 0.2. Okay. Alright, perfect. So what I can do now is I can start filling up my, I'm just gonna go to my text. So we're gonna start using some coordinate image, so I'm just gonna say x.05. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that one there. I'm just gonna duplicate that one. Perfect. Okay, now we have to start filling up the top, and so I'm gonna do a little bit of a search here. I'm gonna say I just want to say if there are any not the terms and services, you fucking idiot. I like this one. I like this one. AI data scan. Alright, I'm gonna use all that. And that's the thing about HUDs. It's like there's so much research that you have to do while doing all that. Did I open MIDI match? Did I open it? MIDI match? Did I don't think I opened MIDI match. I think I've got enough of data that I want, so I'm just gonna wait for the pages to actually open. So I'm just gonna go put in another text. I'm gonna say Notre Dame. And I'm gonna put this as 25, something that we can see. And what I could do here, while I'm waiting for that, what I could do is I could just do something like that. No, I've got a better idea. I'm gonna make a new layer solid, and I'm gonna start making a mask here instead. No, this is not a mask. I'm gonna make a new solid. Gonna hide this. Okay, so I'm gonna start making paths. The reason I'm doing it like this, I'll show you guys later. So I'm gonna start to make as many paths as possible. Awesome. Okay, just gonna put slightly more. Now I'm just gonna show you what I was thinking of actually doing. We just, what do we have now so far? So we just have a bunch of masks together, and I'm just gonna go and use an effect called 3D stroke. I'm just gonna go in there, and I'm just gonna go into taper. It's gonna do something like that. I'm just gonna go here and say it's just 0.5. Just gonna give me a scale like that. That's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna go and say overlay. Just wanna see what it's gonna look like. I'm just gonna do a soft line. Gonna do a screen. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just gonna go and grab this and put it on top of the scan line. I'm gonna change this slightly to something like that. Okay. I'm just gonna say 1. Just wanna see how it is. No, it's too much. 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. What if I don't taper? But then I go and I decrease the opacity. Yeah, I think we should taper it. Yeah, let's just keep it this way. Slightly. Doesn't have to be really that apparent. Hello? Okay, yeah, I finished. We need some music. The next thing that I'm gonna do now is probably you got that some that I need, so give it to me. So need. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, what I'm actually... Oh. Like you, 'cause you got that some need. Like you, 'cause you got that some that I need. 'Cause you got that. Okay. And I'm just gonna change the color a little bit. Hold it. Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. So give it to me. Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. Like you, 'cause you got that something. Awesome. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a point of references using triangles. Okay, so it's just gonna be 1, 1, 1, and there we go. Something like that. It's gonna be like 5. It's a little bit too much. Something like that. Sounds about right. Yeah. Something like that sounds about right. We're just gonna do the same here. It's like bum, bum, bum. 'Cause you got that. Awesome. Welcome. Oh, actually, she said that. What the fuck? So right now what I'm doing is I'm just doing scans and scans. Like points of interest. Let's go. Alright, awesome. I'm just gonna do a kind of a stream of data first because I feel like I really need to do it or else I can't really continue. How many layers are we now? Okay, not too much. Awesome. Let's go. So I'm just doing some data terms. Alright, so I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be a string of data that we need in that side. So I'm just gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna say nx 23295. Alright. And I'm gonna just duplicate that again. Just gonna bring it like this. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a zx minus 56. Then I'm gonna duplicate. Oh, I didn't save. Oh my god. Maybe. Then we're gonna duplicate. Family file. I'm just gonna bring it a little bit closer. mx plus 5. Then we're gonna duplicate this one. ls 079. I'm just gonna duplicate this one. AD 215. Zero 6. Let's continue. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm just gonna save this. Okay, so we started doing that data right there. Okay, we actually need to make a little bit of adjustments into the line because it looks so so clean and so similar. There's no variations there, so we're just gonna add some variations there, and that should. Okay, let me show you. So I'm just gonna do slight variation using this. But what's gonna happen here is I'm just gonna make like a 2, for example. Let's see. I mean, something like that. We're just gonna. I just need to find that shape layer that I used. That one. And I just need to put it. Okay. There we go. Now it's way better. So we have a little bit of variation, and that's pretty awesome. And that's what I'm going to do into the same thing here. So as you can see, the line is not really clear, and that's what I was suffering from. See? Now it's pretty clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a slight variation by just going here. There we go. See that? Now we have more variations when it comes to the whole feeling of the HUD, as you can see. Right, it's pretty cool. So what we could do, we could actually just make a little bit of fun using this, because we just create a data structure for the references of the street. So what we could do is we could actually just go and make a line like that. Alright, so this is going to give us this little line here, but is that... Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the line, and I'm just going to say it's going to be like 15%. So it's just going to be there, but not so there. Let's just add like 25%. There we go. But if we do that, then we have to go here and do like a 50%. probably even more. Let's just decrease that. Perfect. Can we use like a bold thing? Perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. So this one doesn't really exist, right? So we could just remove it. Yeah, we could just remove it. Oh no. Yeah, we could just remove this one. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Slightly works. Now I'm gonna go back to this one. I just want to see the data stream here. No, this is not how hard. I can't see the picture. I actually can see the picture. Ah, there we go. So I'm just gonna go say volume, volume. Okay. I'm just gonna go here. Oh shit. Okay. So I'm just trying to write down all the things that I have on the other screen. Okay. So I'm just writing everything now as much as I could. Okay. Let me see the other screen. Okay. So we have scan number. And alright. Awesome. Slice, pose. Oh yeah, we have also this one. I always use it, but I don't know why I didn't remember this time. Okay. I could be thinking the sky, be playing, sees whatever it means. I could be climbing all the hills. Something to do is better with you. Okay, that's pretty much it, I think. Okay. We have variants. Now, if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at the other screen, I'm just looking at this. Hold on, let me just change this. So you can see it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So, wait. Here. Okay. So we have all this here, and then I have all this here. So I'm just gonna use all these words that I see here. You see? Might it be sailing? Whatever it means is whatever it means. I could be climbing all the hills. Okay. Perfect. Alright, awesome. Now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna, don't know better. I'm just gonna go into where this. Those are today. Alright, so we have SCD variation. We're gonna change this to something like so. Okay. Data Notre Dame, city variation. How much is this one? This is thin. It can't be thin. It has to be bold as well. But then we'll have to take this off. We have to stay on the same font structure. Okay, so I have a city deviation. I'm just gonna duplicate. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna duplicate this one. So I'm gonna go here. And oh no, I closed that thing. Fuck. Deviation, I would say track 12. 12/17, I would say. But then it's not gonna be bold, it's gonna be medium. Or can we use thin? No, thin is too thin. We're just gonna use medium then. Perfect. How big is this one? 15. No, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. And that's what we could do actually. We could just cheat on the eye by using this instead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create this. And I'm just gonna make this 25%. I'm gonna change the color. Or maybe just change this into black. Once you go black, you never go back. Awesome. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, it's the deviation we have 12/17, which is pretty awesome. Okay. 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 Oh yeah, the text. I actually hit them. I'm looking for them. I'm like, where are they? Okay, volume. I'm just gonna bring this down as well. Or what I could do, I could just literally duplicate everything here. I Shiba. I could just duplicate. So. So I'm just gonna go here, volume. And then 15, X, 25, 62, 63. Okay. Let's duplicate this one. I'll just go somewhere here. Oh no, what I could do then I could just take this and I could just duplicate it. I could just go down. Perfect. I'll just delete this one. And I'll just change the color into red, actually. Perfect. Structure. And we're gonna use 217. I'll just take this. I'll just put it here. Then I'll just change this into white. Just go into 10. Alright. Perfect. Just gonna okay. I'm just gonna see it about 25. And this one's gonna be done. Awesome. One thing we could do, actually, we could do a little bit of a scan thing, because I haven't done it yet. So let's just say that we're scanning this part. No. Yeah, we're gonna scan this part as well. So let's just say we're gonna scan this. I'm gonna say the opacity is like 10%. This one is gonna be 2%. What? Okay. It's gonna be a screen. Perfect, buddy. Just gonna turn this a little bit down. Scan block. And that what I'm gonna do, I'll probably create something like this. And I'll just turn it down. Should probably add. Let's put this one there. Looks pretty okay. One thing I could actually do, I could actually try that. Let me just set it up first. I'm just gonna make something like this. I don't need this. I need this one just like that. I'm gonna change this into an adjustment layer, and I'm just gonna go here and say mosaic, for example. So what's that's gonna happen is it's gonna make these a little bit too pixelated, and that's probably what it wants as well. Let's just add slight variation into that, maybe, if I feel like it. I mean, that could be something. I would say scan block, and I can just take this and this. I guess with this too. And I can just go here. Perfect. Now the one thing that I could do, just turn it slightly down. So we still have the pixelated, but then it's not really affecting this whole thing. So that's pretty cool, I think. I'm not sure. I just think it is. It's just gonna go down. Alright. So if I increase it, it's gonna be fun. Okay. Actually, what we could do as well is we could show the process of this whole thing. So I'm just gonna go here and it's gonna say 70%. That's gonna work it pretty well, I would say. So I'm just gonna align it to the other side. So if I need to change this later, I don't have to reposition this. Okay. Awesome. We could actually do I just want to see this 100%. Yeah, we could add a little bit more details, I would say. So if I go to that paragraph change, okay. I just want to see how big that is. It's too much. I'm gonna just remove that. Just put a little bit of a white, and I'll just put one just so that I can see what's going on. And I'm just gonna make a little bit of a, not too much. I'm just gonna say 0.25. Awesome. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. I'm gonna change a little bit the variation of the cube. Okay, so we got that cube there. Now all I could do is I could just actually go and start drawing. Okay. Nice, so we could do stuff like that. So that should actually work somehow. The only thing that I'm gonna do is it's too apparent, so I'm just gonna go and do like 90%. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, let's add more details. There we go. I'll just grab these two. And we just put them there. Both of them, we'll just put them up there. The thing is, they are too big, and as we know, size really matters sometimes. So I'll just put them slightly big. what I could do is, I don't have to really lay out all the data right there. I don't really have to lay all the data right there. And I can just come here. Awesome. I'll change a little bit the style of this from medium to thin. Shit. Okay, then I'll just have to change slightly the size. That sounds good. I'll just put it out there. Just duplicate this one. I need another horizontal line actually. I'm just gonna add one around here. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna duplicate those. Alright. How big are these? One. The opacity. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, that's not cool. There we go. Let's go. But the good thing is always variation when it comes to HUDs. It's always the variations. So if I say like this one is 100% or 0.2, this one is 0.1, and then we'll make this 0.2. That's like 0.15. Awesome. Now I do remember how many HC line do we have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just duplicate this one. Just make one slightly around here. Okay, just duplicate this one. We just want to show that actually the computer is gridded, and the way he calculates is we're not going to make one at the center. It takes off the whole attention, so we're just going to wait somewhere around here. Yep. We're just going to duplicate this one as well. I'm just going to make one something like so. Okay. Then we're just going to duplicate this one. Okay. Then we duplicate this one. And just make one there. Okay, awesome. Now we need some, yeah, we need some vertical, is that what we call it? Vertical lines. Wait, is this, okay, we're still safe. It would be awesome to actually have a line like that. 0.0. Yeah, but as you can see, the line is not really well done, so we just have to make sure it's well done. So we're just gonna use our arrow keys to just make sure it's actually well done. Okay, I think this one's gonna work. So we just put 0.5. 0.3. The only problem is the lesser we go, the harder it is to actually say. Oh, there we go. Perfection. Alright, now we're just gonna start filling up more. We gotta start making some icons. Oh, I knew we were missing something. What the hell? What the hell? How come I make a HUD and I don't have circles? Oh, one thing I could do. Oh, I've got an idea. Check this out. I've got an idea. Check this out. Ah, 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 ah. After Effects. Ah, After Effects. Ah. What's going on, After Effects? You're right, bruh. Okay. Okay. You okay, bruh? You okay right there? I see you tripping. Okay. Okay, now the only thing I want to do from here is I don't want this, but I want this. I'm gonna say it's a 1. Now, here's the thing. This is a red line, and what I'm thinking is going inside the stroke layer, adding dashes, adding more dashes. What? There we go. Now we're talking. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. It actually works pretty fine. I like it. We Gucci. Alright. We Gucci. Let's go. Actually, what I could do is even add even more to that. So that it's pretty apparent that it's what do you call it? It's a dot around that. There's one thing that I want to try though, but I'm not so sure how it's gonna work out. I'm not sure how it's gonna work out, so we're just gonna leave it for a bit. Yeah, let's just leave it for a little bit. So I just said like traffic number. I'm just gonna put this into 10. There we go. Traffic number. Just gonna go here. Dun 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 dun. And that's how we can actually do this. Wow, wow. Okay. I would say one, but wow, 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 wow. Let's go. Oh, there's gonna be a League of Legends round now. Should probably watch it before my girlfriend comes in here. Oh, let's do something pretty crazy. So before I leave, let's do something pretty crazy. Let's just look for a place where we have nothing. Okay, there we go. So what I'm gonna do here. Hold it, chat. Hold it. Okay. So we have this. I'm just gonna change the color into something slightly red, or probably red. And then I'll duplicate this and I'll take this off and then I'll put this on. We have that. Okay. Hold it. I'm not done yet. Hold it. Okay. Then I go to Venetian blinds. And what this is this. But we're gonna do it something like that. And what we could do is we could just turn this slightly down. Slightly. No. Okay. Ah. Ah. Okay. Okay. Hold on, let me check if League of Legends started. There's a tournament going on, so, and it's one of the most important. Yep, they started. Okay, guys. I'll have to end the stream here, and I hope this is gonna be very helpful to you guys. I'll probably continue on this one. I mean, I want to, because it's. I mean, we've gone a long way. We should be continuing on this. I'll catch you guys when I have free time. All right. My name is Mr. Popo, and I'll see you guys in 3, 2, 1. Popo dap. Cheers.